The view from center court at Panama. This is the center court game of the week. It is a huge late December league game in the CCAA 2 West between two of Western New York's top 3 ranked small schools as the Wolverines from Westfield come in to take on their league rivals from Panama, the Panthers. Westfield, of course, is led by the area's leading scorer in Carson Swanson, who comes in on an early season tear with 4 straight games over 30 points, averaging 34.5 per outing. They've got to take on the clear favorites to win Class D this season, a team composed of winners who just got done hosting a state championship and have played together now for 4 seasons on the court together as well. Tonight's game promises to be competitive and compelling, and I am truly excited to be here. Folks, I am center court, joined by my side, as always, by the colorful Ryan Mountain.
Thank you, Chad. Excellent introduction. Not only am I excited to be here, but also feel blessed to be here this holiday season. I tell you, when you walk in the door here at this beautiful high school, Panama, you walk into retired uniforms up on the walls, championship pictures, championship balls in the trophy case, state championship pictures, state runners-up. This is a school and a community that prides itself on their athletics, and we don't see that a lot up where we're from. We're in small town New York State, and we're excited to be here. And we're about to go through the starters here. So Chad's going to write the starters. I was able to talk with both coaches, and that was a privilege. Both gentlemen, excellent coaches. I watched their warm-ups. I could tell right now these are 2 excellent basketball teams just based on the way they warmed up. Tonight's keys for success for the Westfield coach, Nolan Swanson. Number 1, defense. They run a nice 2-3 zone, but they want to protect the corners against the great shooters of Panama. Coach was concerned that they can get some 3-point shots in those corners. And how will they get those shots? They need to keep the great scorer, Cameron Brink, out of the middle. Not only does Coach feel that Brink could hurt his defense by scoring inside, but he also feels that he can get inside the gaps of the zone and then pass out to those corners. So they're really going to make a conscious effort to keep Cameron Brink out of the middle of that defense. Coach is also going to sprinkle a little bit of press for Westfield. He feels maybe he can get some steals to create some extra scoring opportunities. But on offense, Coach Swanson feels that he's going to need a supporting cast. He's going to need more than his top 2 scorers. He's going to really need his other players to step up, knock down some shots, and also score in different ways. Maybe a steal, a deflection, a pickup, maybe an offensive rebound. Sorry, there we went to the pledge.
Quick pause there for the pledge. Sorry about that.
But for Westfield, Coach just really feels he's going to need a supporting cast to step up if we're going to win this game. And for the great coach, Ed Nelson, who's had a couple excellent runs the last few years. Coach Nelson, also an excellent quarterback here for Panama. I saw his football in the trophy case. He almost threw for 3,000 yards in the mid-90s. For Coach Nelson, they're familiar with the great scorer, Carson Swanson from Westfield, and they're looking to attack him. There's going to be some ball screens that Swanson likes to score on, and Coach Nelson wants to trap those ball screens to get the ball out of Swanson's hand. But he also knows Zach McGuire's a heck of a scorer as well, so they're going to need their defense to rotate to McGuire off the ball. And he's going to do some switching man defense, and they're going to attack that 2-3 zone with penetration, some screening, some set plays, and lobs.
Opening tip is taken by Panama. Carter Brink with control early, and there Jordan Mescal gets the game started with a 3-pointer. Panama starts 5 seniors. Jordan Mescal, Alex Barmore, Bryce Hinsdale, Tate Cantonese, and Carter Brink. Long pass down, and there's Bryce Hinsdale. 2 more for Panama, and they're out to a quick 5-0 lead.
So you're seeing Panama come out as the aggressor right off the bat. A wide open shot off of a defense from Westfield that wasn't set yet. excellent long outlet pass for the 2 points, and then almost a steal. So Panama's the aggressor coming out at home.
Starting tonight for Westfield, you've got seniors Carson Swanson, Zach McGuire, and Mason Whitesell, and then juniors Grant Beadle and Lincoln Thomas. And we've got a foul call down low that's going to put junior Grant Beadle, number 34, to the stripe for the Wolverines.
Well, that was a nice top-down pass there. Anytime you get the ball in that high post area, it looks like Westfield is looking to get the ball there to pass. So there's 2 ways you can use that offensive attack. Either you're putting a playmaker in there that's going to set other people up, or you're putting a great scorer in there. So right now it looks like, from what I could see, he's got a passer in there.
2 for 2 on that trip for Beadle. And back come the Panama Panthers.
Okay, 2-3 zone here from Westfield. This is their main defense.
Driving in is Brink. Tries to get the floater to go. That's short. Fight for the rebound. Goes out of bounds. Possession will stay with Panama.
Now, a concern early on when they shot one up, I didn't see a lot of Westfield players turning to find a body. Now this is a second chance scoring opportunity for Panama. You got to block out.
Brink from the wing looks to attack, pulls it back out, reset up top. Hinsdale. Brink sends it inside. There's a turnaround for Alex Barmore. His shot misses. Rebound, Zach McGuire, and a foul in the backcourt called on Panama.
Yeah, I believe that was Barmore there on the push from behind. So that's his first foul. With 6.5 minutes to go in the first, we'll have to keep an eye on that. He's got to play smart. They cannot afford him to go to the bench with foul trouble.
Swanson for 3 off the pass from Whitesell. That won't go. Rebounded, Cantonese. Quickly ahead to Brink. Brink dribbles himself into some trouble. The pass to a cutting take Cantonese. And there's 2. Cantonese, the team's star quarterback on the state championship football run.
Yeah, and that all started with a nice outlet pass from Panama star Bryce Hinsdale.
Swanson got inside, couldn't get the finish to go. Back the other way, there's a floater. Carter Brink, team's leading scorer from a year ago, for 2. Panama takes a 9-2 lead. And a turnover on the inbounds, it looks like. Going to send possession back to Panama. Westfield wants a timeout.
Yeah, excellent.
And they're going to take a 30, so we'll stay with you here for right now.
Yeah, Coach Swanson from Westfield after the turnover. Just in every facet of the game, Panama has been the aggressor. And Chad, did you mention all 5 starters are seniors?
All 5 starters for Panama, seniors.
Okay, well that's showing right now. And they're home, it's early in the season. And our camera angle does not show the incredible crowd here in the gym. There is literally behind us not a place to sit. And that's a credit to how big of a game this is. Panama, one of the top Division III or Class D programs in the area. Westfield, one of the top Class C programs in the area.
Well, if you read my preview, you know that I think the Panama is a clear favorite to win Class D this year from our section. Coming off of a state championship football run, how cool would that be for these boys to make a run to a state championship in basketball as well?
Well,
long season to go, but they've certainly got a team composed of winners, and they have all played together now for 4 years on this court. Backdoor lob. Carter Brink takes a beautiful feed from Bryce Hinsdale.
Yeah, excellent call coming out of the timeout. Beautiful execution.
Down on the baseline. That's Braylon Swanson, the freshman, checking into the game. Inbound ball comes up top to Swanson. Swanson guarded by Brink. They get the ball inside to Grant Beadle, and he finishes.
Yeah, nice feed there from Swanson. When you're the best player, all 5 players seem to stare at you. and they just got caught staring. So nice comeback there from Westfield.
Baseline shot from Cantonese is true.
Yeah, Panama's working the ball really well. They're using the dribble really well. For Westfield to compete, they're going to have all 5 players moving every time that ball moves.
Nice screen from Beadle, but the pass is a turnover inside ahead. Hinsdale from Cantonese, 2 more. 15-4 lead Panama. They look fantastic early on.
Yeah, and that was one of those keys that Coach Swanson wanted to do. Anytime there's a ball screen between those 2 players, he wants to blitz, which means double team the great point guard and force him pass.
Nice turnaround jumper there from Zach McGuire goes. Midway through the opening quarter, 15-6 lead for Panama now.
Yeah, and you got 4 minutes to go in this first quarter. Westfield just has to concentrate.
Nice pass from the high post. Barmore into Cantonese. He can't get his shot to go. And Swanson coming back the other way, picked up again by Hinsdale. There's a 3-point shot, falls. Lincoln Thomas.
Excellent shot there by Thomas. Knees bent, shot ready, great pass, and they needed that. Now it's a 6-point game.
Hinsdale to Brink. Can't get the answer to go, but the ball skips off the hands of Zach McGuire, goes out of bounds. Possession's going to stay with Panama.
Yeah, it was one of those tough shots where it just barely skims the rim. McGuire wasn't sure if it was going to be an air ball or not, and unfortunately, he got caught with his hands down. Nice job by 21 on defense there, making that pass down the baseline very difficult.
Brink for 3. Too strong. Nice job on securing the rebound there from McGuire. Ahead to Swanson, picked up with a quick double team. Little hesitation. McGuire's 3-pointer is off, and Panama comes away with it. This is Brink. Zips a pass ahead, Meskel, and he gets the finish.
Yeah, McGuire probably had the one more pass to the wing there. He got caught with that top of the key 3. He was out of rhythm. Maybe one more pass. That's what it's going to take tonight.
4 of 5 starters from Panama have scored already, and 4 of 5 starters for Panama with at least 4 points.
Yeah, and Braden, Bryce Hinsdale's got the required defensive stopper position against the great scorer from Westfield, and he's doing all he can, but he's definitely given up some size and strength.
Swanson's inbound attempt is stolen there, and this is it's Michael Horton with a steal. Back the other way. Rebound Swanson. Nice look ahead. McGuire, easy 2, but he can't get it to go. Turnover in the backcourt. McGuire ahead to Swanson, and Swanson's on the board.
Oop, we got a turnover. That's quite the hustle play there by Westfield. Chad, you love to see that. McGuire really made up. He missed the layup, but that wasn't as easy as it looked. He had 3 Panama players running him down, so he sort of rushed the layup, but he got back up. Swanson with an excellent steal.
3-pointer rolls around the rim and decides to go in for Swanson. He's got 5.
We got ourselves a 3-point game. That's an excellent answer by Westfield.
Hinsdale guarded by the younger Swanson. Drops the ball down on the block. Big rejection there from McGuire.
Westfield has come alive. Excellent comeback. They were in dangerous territory with about 4 minutes left, and they've went on an 8-point run.
Horton with the baseline inbound up to Meskel. Over to the wing for Hinsdale, back up top, Meskel. Now to the left wing is Brink. Takes a screen from Horton, dribbles in to the corner. Hinsdale against the shot clock, short on that 3-point attempt. And Swanson in a fight for the rebound. He comes up with it and dribbles away from 2 people. He's got numbers now, but the ball is poked loose in transition. Back the other direction. Meskel catches the contact and 1.
Yeah, Carson did an incredible job there defensively, getting the steal, doing the dirty work. Once he got by the second and third defender, probably had some advantage there for a pitch ahead, but let's give the Panthers some credit. After he beat them on the good crossover move, that defender did not give up on the play, and he had a great back tip. He came through the back tip. He didn't come over the top to create a poor foul.
3-point play pushes Mescal to 8 points already in the opening quarter. 20-14 lead with a minute and a half left. Swanson gets through that double team, gets it ahead to McGuire, and there's a nice pass inside. Grant Beadle, 2 points. Nice assist there came. And on that assist was Nolan Anderson. Deep three-pointer, Mescal, no good. Beadle fights for a rebound. We got a jump ball called by Maceo Woodford down on the block. Ball's gonna head the direction of the Wolverines.
We got ourselves a ball game, Chad. This is everything that you expected.
Swanson pulls a deep three. In and out. Mescal with a board. Horton gets it inside the Brink. Nice move. Can't get the shot to fall. Rebound. Anderson. Swanson between the legs. Gets a reaction from the crowd. Ahead to Beadle. There's two. Nice move getting the ball up the court, and a nice look from Swanson.
And that's called rewarding your big man for running the floor, Chad. If those big guys run the floor, they'll be rewarded, and the guards know it. We got 12 seconds on the clock. Coach calls a play.
Long three from Hinsdale. Catches a deep back iron on the long rebound. Ahead, Swanson, 1 second left. He beats the clock, but does not get his shot to fall. And we end the first quarter. Exciting start to the game. Not much more you could ask for. Panama 20, Westfield 18. We'll be right back. Center Court Game of the Week brought to you by Empire Electric. Frank. Everyone's like, Frank who? Wolf. We're back here. Center Court Game of the Week. 2017 Coach of the Year, Ryan Mountain, my color guy. Westfield at Panama. 20-18 game. Two of the top three ranked teams in Western New York, small schools.
You're seeing everything and anything you want to see in a high school basketball game. The energy's there, the effort's there, the teamwork's there, the attitude's there, the passion's there. Where else would you rather be on a Thursday night?
Couple coaches that really care about this game are here.
And they understand the game, they understand how to teach it, and these players understand how to learn it.
Nice defense there by Beadle. Straight up and down. Braylon Swanson.
Wow.
Beadle again. He's having a nice game.
Beadle's having a heck of a game, and that's exactly what Coach Swanson said. He's going to need more than his two top scorers to contribute. 3
field goals and 8 points now for Beadle. Tie game. Brink, 3, misses. And a foul on Barmore as McGuire secures the rebound. I think that's going to be his second of the half. Both of them coming in the backcourt.
And Panama has gone cold from the perimeter. And they had the one go in and out, but a lot of them have been bad misses, just barely hitting the rim. So it's early in the season, and when you go around and you're playing such aggressive, tenacious defense like they are, that can affect your legs and your shot early in the year. Because you just don't have you're coming off football, you don't have, there's that double team, and there's the pass. Look at it. Swanson's a great player. He cuts after the double team, and a lot of players won't do that.
Ball sails out of bounds. Possession back to Panama. So to the bench, Alex Barmore goes after picking up that second foul. As a former amazing coach here in Western New York, how frustrating is it for a coach when your players take backcourt fouls like that?
Well, if they're hustle fouls like that situation, you live with them. But when they're with poor technique and poor choices, there's a big three.
Three-pointer, Bryce Hinsdale.
And I believe Bryce Hinsdale just broke, according to Coach Nelson, Hinsdale just broke a receptions record for Panama in football.
I believe that.
Maybe for Section 6 or...
Cantonese with that rebound ahead to the aforementioned Hinsdale, who has it right now up top. Gets it to the high post. Brink, shot fake. Second time up, lets it go. He's got 2, 6 points in the game.
Yeah, that was a nice shot. That's hard to do. Stayed on balance there with a great show of the basketball. Watch the defender go by. Nice steal.
Poke away from Hinsdale as Swanson got a step ahead of him. But nice recovery defense there, Grant Beadle. What can you say about this kid?
Excellent hustle, but I think he got away with a foul there, only because his arms were forward. He got the offensive player across the arms. But the great official, Maceo Wooford, right there, one of the best players ever to come through Western New York, out of Jamestown, one of our officials tonight, along with Raymond Specht.
Swanson knocks that three-pointer down about as contested as you can be. There was contact as he let that shot go. Shot goes through. Swanson's got 8 points in the game. Brink tries to answer with a three-pointer of his own. That doesn't go, but Tate Cantonese gets the rebound and 2 points.
Yeah, excellent job there, but Carter's got to come back and help rebound on his team there. The shot went up, and you need your guards to peel back. You need all 5 on the defensive boards if you're Westfield.
Nice pass inside. Swanson finding Beadle.
Once again, Chad, center court, what we had there, too many eyes watching Swanson. You cannot lose your man. You got to see the ball and your man at the same time. You got to point at both.
High post shot, Cantonese.
Going down, offensive foul. Frustration foul there.
Frustrated all the way to the bench telling coach about it.
Probably got caught retaliating.
Retaliatory foul called on Cantonese.
Yeah, there's not a weakness to Swanson's game that I can see at all here.
As he pulls up a long three-pointer over Horton. That's short, but he gets his own rebound. Second shot doesn't go. Another rebound attempt. Third shot doesn't go.
Well, he fell away on that third shot. You want your energy going towards the rim.
Brink
Great.
quickly back in transition. McGuire denies. Here's Swanson.
Okay, good. We see the difference.
Got that one to go.
Energy towards the rim right there. He took the contact, finished through the contact.
Looked different going up. Brink from Horton. .420 left in the opening half. 27-27. Tie game, Panama, Westfield. That's why we're here. Center Court Game of the Week, brought to you by Empire Electric, courtesy of Western New York Athletics.
Good possession here for Panama. They need to slow down a little bit.
Carter Brink. That shot misses. Rebound, Andrews. Heisman, 2 points. 29-27.
Yeah, and Westfield does not want Brink to get that ball in that area because he can score in there and also set up other players. So defensively, Westfield's got a shot in the corner here.
That's Nolan Anderson. His shot misses, but the rebound, McGuire, he dribbles out, puts up his own three. And the rebound ultimately secured. Cantonese, but he takes an extra step trying to get it up. Turnover back to the Wolverines.
Yeah, the ball took a little funny bounce on him there. Sometimes you'll get that when you're
Few
dribbling.
students in the front row contesting an obvious travel call.
Timeout, Panama.
So timeout called by Panama. Looks like it's going to be a 30-second timeout. Everyone standing up. We'll stay with you and keep on yapping.
Yeah, so going back to Panama, Coach Ed Nelson, like I said early in the broadcast, Chad, he's got a football in the trophy case. Old school, painted, and you could tell someone probably did it in home ec or something, did it with paint, like with their hand.
Made with love.
Yes, but he just came short of throwing for 3,000 yards. He graduated in 1997, and back then, it wasn't spread offenses like you see now. So
when you went to school in the 90s, you didn't care if that ball got painted in home ec. You were just so proud of that accomplishment and it going in the trophy case.
Absolutely, and
you didn't have those fancy cell phones back then.
Well,
you didn't have hype videos.
This school does it right. They leave those accolades and accomplishments in the trophy case. So many schools want to take them out. For what?
No.
It's wrong.
Honor your history.
Absolutely.
Rebound, McGuire. To the corner, there's Braylon Swanson. His three-pointer misses. Another rebound, McGuire. Three-point attempt. And that one from Lincoln Thomas is in.
Excellent job. One of the best times to take a three-point shot is off an offensive rebound opportunity.
Credit there to Zach McGuire for keeping that whole possession alive with a couple nice rebounds and then quickly getting passes out. Now inside, there's Cantonese. McGuire again, another big block. He's having himself a game. And Speisman's pass sails out of bounds. Ball heads back to Westfield, now with a 1-point lead and the ball.
Well, on the Westfield end, we had an offensive rebound. The player did not have a good shot opportunity, a pivot, great pass for a wide open three-point shooter. Down on this end, once the player recognized there was four hands up there, he wasn't going to get the shot off. He's got to pivot and find one of his great shooters.
Lincoln Thomas, another three-point attempt. That misses, but Grant Beadle, nice job with the rebound.
Jump ball staying here. Jump ball.
And it was a jump ball call because the ball, there's a reason why Beadle came up and nothing happened. And that's because there was a jump. Referees called it. Home crowd wants to travel. Refs had already called a jump ball.
Yeah, and Carter Brink's got
possession on that jump stays with the Wolverines. Swanson baseline inbound. Thomas and McGuire back to Thomas. Three-pointer misses. Swanson rejects that attempt by Meskel.
Eraser.
Thomas, three. Bang. Largest lead of the game for the Wolverines at 4 points. His third three-pointer of the game for Lincoln Thomas. And we've got a full timeout on the court in response to that. 33-29, Center Court Game of the Week brought to you by Empire Electric. We'll be right back. Center Court Game of the Week. We're back here in Panama. Westfield with a 4-point lead, 33-29. Panama ball in their end, inbound, 2:11 left here in the first half. Center Court and Ryan Mountain on the call.
Well, a lot of this run by Westfield has been with the star player Alex Barmore on the bench for that foul trouble. And he does more than just score. He's really good on the boards, great defender. The reserves are doing a nice job hitting the boards, and they're doing a nice job on defense on this end. But earlier on, you asked me about that situation with the fouls. And in a previous broadcast, we talked about that, how some coaches early in the season will say, hey, if you're going to pick up a couple of cheap fouls, then the best discipline that we can give you is the bench. And the message there is you're gonna get 2 fouls in the first quarter, first half. You're gonna sit for the rest of the half, so you don't continue to make those mistakes later in the season. So it'll be interesting in the second half how Alex Barmore can come in and change the game.
1 of 2 free throws goes there for Andrew Speisman.
Little zone for Panama.
Lincoln Thomas, his 4th three-pointer of the game. You got to credit Westfield when they see how much defensive attention from Panama is being paid to Swanson. They start finding answers elsewhere.
And Lincoln knew that one was going in when it left his fingers. He almost started running back the other direction.
Swanson pulls a 3 himself. Can't get it to go. Rebound, Thomas.
Wow.
Nice pass. Swanson to Swanson. That's Braylon Swanson for 2.
Excellent pass.
Like they rehearsed it in the driveway.
You love it when your best player makes everyone better around you.
Meskel dribbles in from the corner, sneaks that pass inside to Speisman. It's back up top to Hinsdale, who dribbles into a spot and gets a shot to go. Hinsdale now with 9 points in the game, 38-32 lead for Westfield. Final minute of the first half. Swanson guarded by Westfield. Nice entry pass to McGuire. His shot can't go. Beadle's shot doesn't go. McGuire one more time, stays with a play, gets it, 40-32.
And that defensive rebounding is one thing I just brought up about Barmore. He's their best rebounder.
Barmore on the wing. 2-3 from Westfield. Foul. Steal there. There's Meskel. Can't get that to go.
5 seconds.
Final seconds here of the half. Corner three-pointer, Braylon Swanson. And the half ends with a 40-32 lead from Westfield after starting the game in the hole. Nice recovery. Great first half of basketball. Center Court Game of the Week brought to you by Empire Electric, courtesy of Western New York Athletics. We'll be back in about 5 minutes to talk about that first half.
Ready, Bobby?
Yeah.
At freeway speeds, it can take an 18-wheeler far too long to stop.
Now?
Keep going! Fact is, it can take 2.5 football fields for a semi-truck to stop.
Over here.
And still, we see many big trucks barreling down on everyday motorists.
Thank you. Hey!
If you're injured by a truck, I won't give them a break.
Finally.
Truck hit your car? Call William Attar.
Just results.
Your life can change in an instant after an injury. You need a trusted partner at your side. Hi, I'm Dan Chacha. At Dan Chacha Injury Attorneys, we're here to help you navigate the challenges you'll face. Our dedicated team fights tirelessly for your rights, ensuring you get the compensation you deserve. Don't worry, Chacha's got you. Call Dan Chacha Injury Attorneys today for a free consultation. Your injury is our priority.
Call 648-3030. Just results.
Were you injured in a car accident? Or were you injured on the job? Don't wait. Call your patient coordinator, Tom Prince, at 716-771-9690. One of the hardest things to do is to find a physician that accepts no-fault car insurance or workers' compensation insurance. Let your patient coordinator help you find the physicians that can get you on the road to recovery.
Western New York Immediate Care's new locations are now open. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care provides safe, quick, high-quality care at an affordable cost. Our clinicians are trained to diagnose and treat non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses, and are equipped with on-site x-ray and labs to help you feel better, faster. With 4 convenient locations open 7 days a week, Western New York Immediate Care is here to help when and where you need us. Visit us online to learn more.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics.
For an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs, more information about our Buffalo office is available at logisticsplus.com/Buffalo.
We are proud to serve our country, to serve our local communities, to wear the uniform, to be a soldier, to serve abroad when and where duty calls. We are ready to stand with our brothers and sisters to defend, to serve, to fight. We're always ready. We're always there. We are the New York Army National Guard.
Look, Patriot account is not going to close itself. Looks like you're going to be here late again. I need this by morning.
Oh no, not again. My son has a football game tonight.
WNYathletics.com. You can link me later.
WNY Athletics, your home for high school sports.
Yes.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
They're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
One policy.
When do I pay?
Once a month.
Just one time?
Just one.
Is there anything you don't cover?
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
31.
Tables. We don't do tables.
Gotta love Buffalo.
For more information, visit www.paulwolfagency.com.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated, multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere, covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Center Court Game of the Week. We are back here in Panama, about 4 minutes until the second half. I'm Center Court. I got my colorful Ryan Mountain next to me here. What are your thoughts on the first half there, Coach Mountain?
Well, so far, so good for both teams. Excellent game, well played. We're going to revisit the keys for success for the Westfield coach, Nolan Swanson. The 2-3 zone, they want to protect the corners. I think they're doing a great job of that. I can only count 2 corner threes that Panama got off. One thing Coach wanted to do is to keep Carter Brink out of the paint. I don't think that Westfield did a good enough job of that. They got to have the back line of their zone yelling their game and letting the guards know where he is at all times. But easier said than done, because Carter does a phenomenal job of, after he passes, he's such a good cutter of the game. He's cutting into that little weak spot in the high post area. And but The number 3 key to success was Coach Swanson said he needs a supporting cast to step up, and I don't think he could ask for anything more from his other players other than his top 2 scorers, McGuire and Swanson. For the Panthers from Panama, Coach Ed Nelson, his number 1 key to success, they really wanted to attack Carter Swanson on defense. They wanted to trap him in ball screen situations. They've been very successful of that, but they wanted to rotate off of McGuire. Zach McGuire's got a couple good looks off of that style of defense, so I'm sure Coach Nelson's going to correct that. He wanted to do a lot of switching man defense. I think that is working, but testament to the great play of Westfield, Swanson is not making it all about him. He's getting everybody involved. So this supporting cast that is scoring for Westfield, 90% of the time, it is off a pass from their best player. So that's a great job by Carter Swanson and Westfield on that end. But Panama needs to understand he's a great player, but your man is your responsibility. So you need to see both. And then number 3, they want to attack the 2-3 zone of Westfield by penetrating the basketball, screening, running some sets and some lobs. I think early on they did excellent job at that. I believe that if Panama slows down a little bit on the offensive end and makes Westfield play from, and I know this from coaching 2-3 zone for 12 seasons, the longer that you pass that basketball around and work it, the less the defense wants to work, for any half-court defense really. But the inside pocket passing will be there, and the corner threes will be there if Panama shows a little bit more patience on the offensive end.
We want to take just a moment to let everybody know after the new year, we'll be launching a Center Court show, a weekly show that I'll be doing with Frank Wolf, and that'll be something you can tune into where we'll just talk some hoops, you know, just a way to drive us through the winter with high school basketball coverage. So that'll be something to look forward to coming up. Leading scorers in the first half. For Westfield, Lincoln Thomas, 4 big three-pointers, 12 points. Carson Swanson and Grant Beadle with 10 points apiece. 4 points for Zach McGuire and 2 for Braylon Swanson. For Panama, led by Bryce Hinsdale's 9 points. Jordan Mescal has 8. 6 points each, Tate Cantonese and Carter Brink. And 3 points, Andrew Speisman.
Well, one thing I will say is Alex Barmore just checked into the game. And I actually work, I teach with Alex's aunt, Jessica Anderson, the great athlete out of Mayville, 1996 graduate of Chautauqua Lake High School, and one of the best athletes ever to come out of this area. Jessica was just nominated, actually she just is going to be inducted into the Chautauqua County Sports Hall of Fame. A great player, a 4-year starter at Niagara U in volleyball and softball. But she's related to the Barmore family, Alex, and also older brother Cameron, who was on that great 2019 team that lost in the state semifinals, I believe, 4 or 5 years ago. And Cameron actually just finished up some time at Mercyhurst playing Division I football, and he's now in the transfer portal.
Oh, yeah, he's getting offers left and right, and he's here tonight. I was just talking to him out in the hall.
Oh, awesome. And to my understanding, some NFL teams have taken a liking to him as well. So good luck to Cameron.
And second half action now. Carson Swanson's three-point attempt misses, and so does Lincoln Thomas's.
We got a foul.
We got something underneath. Oh. Ball's going to go back the direction of Panama.
Good piece of officiating there.
No foul called.
Yeah, that was a hustle play, and he probably bit the whistle on the foul and just awarded the ball to Panama.
Here's Hinsdale over to Carter Brink. Three-pointer. Catches the back rim, but rebounded Mescal, and a foul on Carson Swanson as Mescal was bringing that rebound in.
I retract my statement. It sort of looked like the Panama player pushed the Westfield player out. I was still in the first half going back the other way. So tough call there against Westfield. All right.
Cantonese, nice look inside Alex Barmore.
Okay, big weakness there on defense from Westfield. All the hands were in the pockets. You got to have your hands out wide in the passing angles, especially against a great passing team such as Panama.
Nice job getting inside by Swanson to get the shot off, but it doesn't go. 3-point attempt from Lincoln Thomas doesn't go, and there's a leak from Jordan Meskel.
Yeah, no rotation. The top player wasn't there. 3-point shot went up by number 12, and he needs to rotate back on defense.
10 points now for Meskel. Swanson guarded by Hinsdale. Gets the entry pass into Beadle, but Barmore says not this time.
Well, I said in the second quarter, how can Barmore come in and change the game right off the bat? He's making things happen.
Here's Carson Swanson. Again, nice look inside to Beadle. Doesn't go, coming our way. Possession's gonna stay with Westfield. You know, Coach Mountain, the first time I saw Carson Swanson play was when he was a freshman. I went down to see that Westfield team because his brother Darian was leading an excellent group, and that team did end up winning the section that year. It was a Panama-Westfield game at Westfield, the first time I saw Carson as a freshman. And ironically, all the players in this game for Panama were the same ones on the floor that night. And I said, man, as we see a three-pointer go there for Zach McGuire, I thought that night, wow, you know, Panama is going to take some licks this year, but they're going to be world beaters in 4 years. And fast forward those 4 years, here they are, coming off a state championship in football, looking like world beaters.
Ooh, Trav.
In transition, up, and boom, Carson Swanson.
That's impressive. That's a two-handed, off 2 feet dunk.
Yeah, he wasn't doing that last year. Last year he was kind of scooping it. They were all one-handed slams.
Well, that just,
he's advanced his vertical game to the two-handed rim rocker.
And to our young players out here, that sometimes you're born with that, but I guarantee, like you just said, he's been working out those legs and doing some plyometrics, some squats. So if you want to do that, you got to work for it.
So we've got a full timeout here on the floor.
Oh, he was off one leg, but still impressive.
As you take a look at that dunk replay, we're still with you. We're going to talk you right through the break here.
Well, you were just talking about Panama and being seniors. Well, they've got their hands full right now. It's a 9-point game in the third on your home court. It'll be interesting to see if that senior leadership comes together and makes things happen. But there's one player from Westfield, and I always say it's not how many you score, it's when you score them, and that's McGuire. Every time the Panama started to make a little mini run to regain momentum, McGuire's knocked down a huge shot, that huge three-point shot, and then, of course, the deflection, which led to Swanson getting the slam dunk.
So a home game here for Panama, but such a nice contingent of Westfield fans. They were just making noise during that timeout. It made it sound like a home game for Westfield. Cantonese sinks that shot.
Nice
45-38. Cantonese has 8 in the game.
Yeah, Cantonese has had a really good game. He's working really hard on D. Look at him yelling his game there.
Thompson
nice
gets
rotation.
That inside to McGuire again. Defended well by Alex Barmore.
And that was a rotation that the coach was talking about. When they do hit McGuire on the roll, off the screen and roll action, they need to rotate, and Barmore did just that with a nice shot block without fouling.
So that inbound attempt from Whitesell sails over the head of Grant Beadle, out of bounds, and a turnover into the hands of Panama. 4:26 left in the third quarter. Panthers trailing by 7. Westfield sets up in the zone.
Nice.
Here's Barmore. His second basket of the game.
That's excellent small spacing passing there Those little bounce passes in traffic.
Swanson gets it to go. He's got 14 in the game. That leads all scorers in this contest. And he's worked for everything he's gotten tonight because the defense from Bryce Hinsdale and the waiting help has been pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, he's averaging 34 points a game, I believe.
He sure is. 34 and a half, and he's got 20 and a half to go. And I don't know if he's getting that tonight. But I think Swanson would be delighted to run out of here with no more points than 14 tonight and a W.
Well, he's got to be close to 10 assists.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's not who puts it in the basket all the time, it's who's responsible for the basket. That's a Larry Bird quote that I always love.
And the finish there, that's Carter Brink. He gets the foul. He goes to the line looking to complete the traditional three-point play.
Yeah, and Brink earned that. Outstanding hustle. You always want to follow up your teammate in that situation and you want to believe in your teammate to make the basket, but you got, as an offensive rebounder, you're going to say, okay, if he misses this, I've got his back. And also, as that first player, don't pass backwards. Take the shot because you are
Swanson to Lincoln Thomas, his fifth, count 'em, fifth three-pointer of the game.
Yeah, quick shot. Wasn't able to finish the point, but look at this.
Nice look from Brink into Hinsdale.
Man, there's some amazing shot makes in this game.
That was a nice shot and a nice pass. That was good work together.
Illegal screen. Yeah,
So, 34, Grant Beadle getting his first start tonight. You believe that? As impactful as he's been, he hasn't been starting until tonight. He has been a major influence in this game as he heads to the bench there with his second foul.
That's excellent. Well, I could tell Westfield's probably used to getting away with.
Look at that role reversal. This time Hinsdale finds Brink in the high post.
Yeah, and the guard's main responsibility is not to allow that ball to get to that high post area.
Thomas, high floater. He is feeling it. Number 6 from downtown. 18 points and 6 trays. Lincoln Thomas, 53-46 lead.
He's unconscious, and he's seeing the game in slow motion. He is in perfect balance.
Man, he really is. So good that he earns a steal, and he's going to set up the second. Boom, boom from Mr. Swanson.
Excellent steal there by number 2.
And they are fired up over there on the bench now. Nothing like prompting a timeout with a rim bender. 55-46, largest lead of the game for Westfield. 2:06 left here in the third quarter, and it's a 30-second timeout called by the Panthers.
And that was number 2, Braden Swanson, comes right in the game off the bench. That's what you want to do as a reserve, come in and change the game. And what does he do? He gets the great steal, gets on the floor for the pitch ahead to, I believe,
that was actually Lincoln Thomas that earned that steal, number 12. And it was right after he hit the big three-pointer, he came back, he was feeling it, and then he got on the floor and earned that steal there.
Okay, if you say it was, I thought it was number 2 here, Swanson. Might be brothers. I'm pretty sure it was number 2, Swanson, only because I know he just came in the game. I made a mental note of that.
Hinsdale tries to knock down a 3 coming out of the timeout. That doesn't go. Second attempt. Once again, just in and out. This time it's saved into the waiting arms of Swanson, who pulls a 3 of his own around the rim and out. Back to Hinsdale, excuse me. Nice pass ahead. Michael Horton. He goes in, defended by McGuire. Horton gets it back out to the wing. Hinsdale short on that three-pointer. Rebound Swanson. And Euros his way in for the lefty finish. He's got 18 in the game now, 8 this quarter. 57-46, 11-point lead. Westfield. Brink, no good. Rebound McGuire. Swanson.
I tell you, kid's impressive. That's hard to do.
He's starting to get his mojo going now here in the third quarter. Meskel's three, no good. Meskel to Brink from the corner. Rebound McGuire. Westfield will slow it down.
And there's a veteran right there. Slow it down. Whoop.
But a 4-second difference in the game and shot clock. Just under 30 left to go in the third quarter. Swanson drops it back to the trailing McGuire. Basket's good. Chance for the and one.
Yeah, really good possession there. The veteran Swanson recognized. Of course, they've been going up and down. You see the hands on the hips. Everyone's tired. Let's all get on the same page and let's execute the oldest play in basketball, the pick and roll, to perfection.
That three-point play is good.
22 seconds left. Huge possession here for the Panthers.
Shot clock off here in the third quarter. They could really use one now. Down 16.
And that's there all night. Westfield, if there's a weakness in their defense, they're allowing the ball to get to the high post way too easily. Once you get the ball there, that zone is in big trouble because you have so many angles. You can drop it down to your big underneath. You've got a shot. You've got a skip. A lot of times the defense will turn and look. So then what that does is both of your wing corners, because your wing defenders will try to drop to take away that pass. So a good team will take the wing shooter and send them to the corners, and you get a wide open shot. They'll flood it. Timeout here from Coach Swanson.
2 for 2 for Spiesman.
11.3 seconds left in the third.
30-second timeout.
They'll use that 30 and set up a good shot opportunity. I would stay away from all ball screen situations. I have a feeling Westfield is used to getting whatever they want in those ball screen situations and maybe some of the other opponents that they're playing, and Panama's all over that. So maybe a quick slip of a ball screen or something of that nature, you're going to use it, but I'll be surprised if Coach Swanson goes to any ball screen situation just because Panama's doing a nice job of taking that away. It's called blitzing. You know, Niagara Falls does an awesome job of that, blitzing ball screens, and basically it's meant to disrupt and get the ball out of your best player's hands. Oh, they're gonna...
Oh. Lincoln Thomas, three-point attempt. Catches the front rim.
Good call.
1.4 left here in the quarter.
So whatever the play was, if that was the play, okay, we got 1.4 left.
Gonna have to be quick. Cantonese gets it off.
Good try.
A little short. It was lined up though. That's how the third quarter ends, 62-48. Westfield takes that quarter by 7. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Center Court Game of the Week.
Okay, it's right here. But
back here in Panama, New York, Panama Central School. About a 2-hour and 10-minute drive from my house in deep Niagara County. I enjoyed every mile. Couldn't wait for this game. Couldn't pass up on enjoying the signage down that last road. There's a watch out for horses coming out of the woods. Watch out, there might be a tractor plowing out of the woods. Deer for sure. You never know what's coming out of the woods in Panama. We came out of the woods. We're here.
yeah, we had owner of Western New York Athletics, Frank Wolf, take the ride down with us.
Our leader sat behind us and watched our every move on the drive.
Scanning for Deere. Oh, big three. That's 7.
Lincoln Thomas, 7 3-pointers, all his points from deep. 21 in the game. That's a game high.
That's a turnover, and that's another turnover forced by number 2, Swanson. Possibly the younger brother of Cameron or a cousin, I'm not sure.
Can you believe that? I mean, the viewers back home, I hope you believe that story. Our mileage was coming into the question so much that Wolf jumped in the back seat and counted every mile.
Well, he was an extra set of eyes looking for
He's now able to verify we
deer.
are not cheating the mileage. We're really driving this far for games. Now, he was scanning for deer. Who caught the only deer coming across the road in Westfield tonight?
The driver.
Yes, that was me. But I didn't catch him with the front of my car, just my eyes. All right, back to the action. We got a timeout called by Noel Swanson, coach of Westfield, just as I want to get back to the action. We're going to take a quick break here as we got a full 60-second timeout coming up in Panama. 65-48 Center Court Game of the Week from couple games. We're back. We're back. Here in Panama, Center Court Game of the Week. Coach Mountain scanning results during the last break. Ooh, nice steal, Carter Brink. And he finishes.
And that's just what the Panthers needed. They've cut the lead to 15 with 7 minutes left in the game.
Could it be number 8?
The game of his life.
He called the bank. The bank's still open. 8 3-pointers. Lincoln Thomas.
There's NBA players that have went their entire careers without a shooting night like that at any level. 8 threes, 24 points off of 3-point shots. That's just what Coach Swanson wanted.
I mean, I just had a feeling that was going. It didn't even look good when it came off his fingers because it was destined for the glass, but I was like, this kid can't miss tonight.
Yeah, and the defender was right there. Baseline out of bounds situation. Looks like Westfield's going 2-3 zone on the baseline out of bounds.
Here's Braylon Swanson.
Nice board.
Not to be confused with Lincoln Thomas. Carter Brink can't get the reverse finish to go.
That was a great defensive rebound there. Number 14 turned in midair for the outlet pass. That's excellent rebounding.
To the corner, Braylon Swanson back up top, Thomas. I can feel the heat coming off his hands every time he catches the ball. Carter Brink reset up top. He's got the Swanson brothers staring him down. Gives it off to the wing to Hinsdale and heads into the high post where he takes a pass now from Meskel. Drops it to the corner. Alex Barmore just a little long on that 3-point attempt. Rebound into the hands of Zach McGuire. Ahead to Braylon Swanson. Now this is Lincoln Thomas. And Carson Swanson fakes the 3-point attempt, drives inside and picks up the contact.
Well, looking at Westfield's games that they played, looks like they were down in Pennsylvania for the Fort LeBoeuf tournament, and they played a team out of Erie First Christian Academy, and that was a 65-68 loss, but so you know that team was good, and that helped them Westfield get ready for this great game. And then looks like they beat Northwestern out of PA 76-32 in the consolation game. Came home, beat Clymer 76-32, and Sherman 69-40.
Well, this will be interesting from the Westfield fans. So the refs just might have missed a call there on Lincoln Thomas as he took a shot to the pie hole there. And his end, refs didn't see it. And then the frustration foul on a reach from Carson Swanson the other way. They caught that.
I heard that great crowd behind us erupt for something.
Nice work inside Alex Barmore.
Yeah, he's had a really nice second half so far. Defensively, he's hitting the boards. Offensively, he's 2 for 3. And his three-pointer went in and out.
Swanson tries to split the double team. Behind the back to Lincoln Thomas. Gets past Bryce Hinsdale off the glass and in. Swanson has 22 in the game now. 70-52 lead as we approach the midway point of the final frame. Meskel spins in, can't get enough English on the reverse. Players to the floor, but the ball pops up into the hands of Zach McGuire. Ahead now to Swanson. Ball goes off a foot in transition. No, we got a foul call in transition. So Carson Swanson inbounding on the baseline. Gets it in, Zach McGuire in the corner. Back to Swanson. And he resets up top. Picked up again by Hinsdale. Lincoln Thomas, that one's just off. Rebounded Tate Cantonese.
Yeah, and that definitely was the veteran point guard there, pulling it out. He gave his teammate a look like, let's run a little clock here and then just hit another three.
Carson Swanson with a steal at the other end. And as he goes in, he gets the contact. Be another inbound under the basket.
Timeout, Panama.
And so a full timeout called by Panama with 3:35 left in the game. We'll be right back in 60 seconds. Center Court Game of the Week brought to you by Empire Electric. We're back in Panama. 3:35 left in the game. Coach Mountain, what do you got?
Well, for Ed Nelson's crew, Panama, they started the year with a 63-47 win over crosstown rival Chautauqua Lake. And then they played always tough Maple Grove and beat them 78-50. After tonight's game, they're going to be playing Frewsburg in a non-league matchup, and as well as Gowanda. And then they get into their league play, the always tough CCAA West 2. And I know there's one date that they're going to have scheduled.
Hinsdale with a finish there. Go ahead.
And that's going to be January 30th, where they play Westfield again. But Chad, are there any teams in that CCA2 that could give either one of these teams a good run, or are we looking at the top two teams in that league?
I believe Chautauqua Lake is probably next in line in that league, and Panama's already gone in. Oh, no, they haven't. Maybe they have. Did Panama beat them?
They beat them 63-47.
Right, okay. So Panama's got a 16-point win already over Chautauqua Lake. I think these are the two teams that are playing for the league title, and I think we're watching round one tonight that's clearly going the way of the Wolverines.
Agreed. And
the Wolverines, by the way,
There is a lots of time,
First
though,
of
here.
3 nights in a row they're playing. Tomorrow night they're right back in action against Ellicottville over in Southwestern, and then Saturday they're going to have to play in the championship or consolation game of that tournament. So 3 straight games and a nice start to that tonight.
Wolverines. I love that mascot. Also a great 1984 movie. Red Dawn. Free throw good from Panama. They've cut the lead to 17 with 2:47 on the clock. There definitely is time. They're going to have to continue to attack the basket, hope to get fouled, score while the clock is stopped. Now you're seeing some press situation. Foul there was on the wide receiver.
The wide receiver.
Bryce Hinsdale.
I thought you were going to say Carter Brink, also a wide receiver.
Oh, okay. Hinsdale's done a nice, about as good a job as you can on defense against the
agree.
great score. I
agree.
Well, he's got great footwork, and he, for the most part, he's kept in front of Swanson. Because Swanson, he's so shifty. You get caught watching the basketball, you're in trouble. And a rare miss from the free throw line.
And Swanson had 10 points in the first half, but he worked his tail off for the 10 points that he got. And there was a lot of assists that came his way, too, because the pass was there because the defense was so stifling from Hinsdale.
And he's got a lot of his points in transition off a loose ball, steal situation. He's had a
Yeah, and he really went to work in the third quarter with a 10-point frame, couple dunks. You know, that's when Westfield got cooking and put a little distance on this game.
Yeah, and a tough turnover there for the Panthers. That's a fatigue turnover all the way. That's when the mind and the body just aren't in sync. So we have 8 3-pointers from number 12, correct?
8 3-pointers for number 12, and Zach McGuire knocks down his second of the game. He's got 13. Brink to the corner, Maskell.
McGuire knocks down a contested 3, one of those shots if you're coaching, like, what are we doing? We've got a 17-point lead. Take that shot with under 10 seconds. McGuire says, I got you, coach. No problem.
So 2 minutes left, 21-point lead for Westfield. Swanson dribbles in, nice look inside for Beadle.
And a hard foul there for number 14.
He sure did take a hard foul. To the ground, comes up. Looks like that one's smarting a little bit.
Cantonese says, well, if I'm going to foul, I'm going to make it count. It looks like we've got an intentional flagrant foul, which will be 2 shots and the basketball. Good piece of officiating there. We're under 2 minutes. We got 2 excellent basketball teams, and it looks like Coach Ed Nelson's going to clear the bench and say, hats off to you, Westfield. You came in here and you beat us fair and square. You're up 20 points. I don't want to see hard fouls from my starters. We got a lot of basketball left this season. Let's do the right thing, the respectable thing, and say, hats off. Shake your hand, just like a great game of chess. Great game.
Absolutely. Well, they'll have another time. They'll get another turn here in Westfield at these guys.
Yep. I'm sure we'll see Coach Swanson do the same.
Ed Nelson's a tough coach. He is a proud coach, but he's a gentleman, and he's a respectful coach.
And you see that in the way his team plays. And that's a credit to him, and also a credit to Coach Swanson. So happy that he chose to come down here. Hopefully there's a lot of people in Western New York that are watching this basketball game and that can appreciate there's some great basketball playing down here in Chautauqua County.
Beadle hits the first.
And you always do a great job, center court. You have said that for years. I'll see you down at Buff State and you say, man, did you hear about the game out there at JCC? And a lot of people don't. And you always go down there to cover this basketball, and you always say how it's such great basketball down in these parts, and we're seeing it tonight.
Good people, good kids, good basketball. It's just a little different than what we get up in Erie County, perhaps, but worth the drive. And I think the proof's in the pudding and who tends to claim prizes at the end of March, as I was alluding to in my preview this year. Southern Tier really enjoyed a nice season last year all the way across the board, and that's kind of been a trend for a while. I'll never forget 2 years ago when Swanson is a sophomore. At the end of the year, I have him in the top 25 of the all-center court team, and I saw a little pushback about that online. A couple people taking shots at me, and, kids running, putting up scores in bad leagues and big stats, and, they'd never be able to come up here and do it. And I just ask the viewers and the people that tune into what I do and what I promote to trust what I'm saying once in a while, that if I'm driving down here and laying my eyes on and coming back and saying these kids could play anywhere, I'm not making it up. I think Carson Swanson could play for any team in the Monsignor Martin, and he could have after a sophomore year as well, and maybe people just didn't know him at that time. Well, everybody knows him now.
I agree 100%. There's not a team or a league that Carter Swanson wouldn't come in and compete at a top level with and shine. There's nothing he can't do. He's got the three-pointer, he's got the handle, he's got the defense, the rebounding, the vision.
Yes.
His anticipation off the ball is sensational. But it wasn't just him tonight. His team stepped up big time. He got 8 three-pointers from number 12, Lincoln Thomas. We got an excellent game from Zach McGuire. Great scrappy defense from Braylon Swanson. And a host of other players made huge plays as well.
And I'm sure we've touched on this in other broadcasts, but when you have a player like Swanson in your program for 4 years, it really does bring the best out of everybody. The kids in the school want to be part of that team with them. He's getting more out of them when they play together in the summer, when they practice more. The coach gives a little more. When you've got a talented player like that, everybody around it responds.
Absolutely, and he gives you belief. Every time you take the court, you believe you can win the game because you got a great leader such as Carter Swanson.
Swanson's going to finish with a game-high 25 points tonight. We're going to talk to him a little bit later on. Want to thank everybody so much who took the time to tune in tonight and check out this broadcast. We got some people to thank, like producer Jeremy Becker. He produced like no other tonight. Dylan Murphy with the camera work. Frank Wolf just for being a supervisor tonight like he was. My buddy Ryan Mountain for keeping me company and always doing such a great job coloring in these broadcasts. And, of course, Tony Pulvereni and Empire Electric for sponsoring what we do here. 77-55 win for Westfield over Panama. They take round 1. Everybody, thanks so much for watching the Center Court Game of the Week. We'll be back for another Game of the Week on Saturday because we can't get enough of this stuff. Saturday at Lockport, Jamestown comes to town, 3 p.m. Tune in. Join us again. We'll see you then. Thanks, everyone.